Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from anthonymorganti.com. You may remember that a couple weeks ago I did an unboxing of the Fujifilm 16 to 55mm f2.8 lens. In that video I mentioned that I'm going to do a follow-up video giving you my thoughts on the lens. Now, whenever I do a product review, I like to start off with the things I don't like about the product. To tell you the truth, I'm hard-pressed to tell you anything that I haven't been happy with about this lens. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to address a couple things I've read on the internet that people have kind of complained about concerning this lens. One is that it's heavy, and that is true. It is really a big and heavy lens. If you're used to the kit lens, or if you're used to using any of the Fujifilm prime lenses like the 23, 35, or 56mm lens, this is going to feel like a load. Now, for someone like me, I still use full-frame DSLRs quite often, so this to me is still very compact, small, and light compared to that. And when it's paired to my Fujifilm X-T1 camera, to me it's very well balanced. I think it just feels great, very natural. It works well for me. I just think it just is a match made in heaven on this camera. The other thing I've read online that people are complaining about is lens creep. And those of you that don't know what lens creep is, if you ever have to tilt the camera down, usually you'll be on a tripod, you might have it tilted down, more often for macros. Now this isn't a macro lens, but maybe you have your tripod tilted down because you're photographing a large vista downwards. And what happens is the zoom on the lens will creep and your lens will start to creep outwards. I haven't found that with this lens. Now granted, this lens is brand new pretty much. Maybe after I use it a while and it gets some use, it will start suffering from lens creep, but I haven't found that. So just be aware of that some people have complained that the lens will creep a bit. Now, beyond those two things, the other complaint I've heard is it doesn't have optical image stabilization. And I mean, that would be nice if it did have optical image stabilization. I haven't really missed it. Typically, I could hold a camera very steady. I've taken exposures for 2-3 seconds long, handheld, that have come out very well. So I am lucky where I could really handhold camera and lens very still and take a picture. So I don't personally miss the optical image stabilization, but I do admit it would be nice if it did have it. Now, what do I like about it? Well, one thing I like about it that you'll probably never read about is the zoom ring. The throw on the zoom ring to go from wide open to zoomed all the way in is very short. Meaning I'm at 16mm now, and all I got to do is spin it slightly, and I'm at 55mm. Now, a lot of people don't think that would be important, but trust me, if you're a wedding or a lifestyle photographer and you're trying to catch like a fleeting moment, a concert photographer like I am, and you're trying to catch that exact fleeting moment when someone moves into a certain spot and you need to zoom in or out, you could quickly frame because of this short throw on the zoom ring. And I love that. I think it's awesome. It works great. So that is one thing that I really like about the lens. The other thing is it's weather resistant. Paired with my weather resistant X-T1, that works great. Typically where I live, it might be beautiful and sunny 1 minute, and just a minute later it's raining. So that's important to me, that it's weather resistant, because quite often I get stuck in a downpour. So I like that. Now, I'm not saying you could you could douse this in water, no, but it will take some light mist and it won't you know, get any moisture inside of the lens, and then you could suffer from mold and things like that. So that I'm really is a good feature for me that I really like. The other thing is, and probably the most important thing, it's super sharp. It is really a sharp lens, edge to edge, corner to corner, great sharpness. I've taken some great shots with it, some landscapes, some cityscapes. I'm really super happy with the sharpness of the lens. And the other thing is it focuses very fast. Especially in low light. I mentioned that in that unboxing video that I got it specifically for concert photography, and I really haven't had the opportunity to do any concert photography with it yet, but I did do some night photography more or less where I photograph some things in and around town at night. And it focuses great. I mean, super fast. It doesn't like search, you know, or anything like that. It's really, the focus is sure and true, again, when teamed with the X-T1. So those are the main features that really satisfy me, that it really make me happy about the lens. The only thing of those few things that people don't care for the lens, I probably would like it to have optical image stabilization, because there is every once in a while where I'm going to have to use a very slow shutter speed, and it would be nice if it had optical image stabilization, but it doesn't. So just remember that. If you find that you're shooting specific types of photography where you're going to have to use longer shutter speeds, maybe 1/4 of a second, something like that, and you really would like, you know, the 4 stops of optical image stabilization, you know, unfortunately it's missing on this lens. But again, it's a great lens. The main thing to me is the sharpness and the speed in focusing, and it's weather resistant. So that's it for this video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching my videos. If you do have any questions about this lens, please put them in the description below and I'll do my best to try to answer them. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.